That was great, and I'm glad that also our sisters from the diaspora and our brothers also got to learn a new dance. It's called the African Vibration.
This shows commitment, and it means God was with us. Thank you for being patient despite the rain. I hope you're enjoying your meal. And I'll just go back to my speech that I had started, and want to just say we are sincerely so grateful that each one of you could be with us here today to celebrate our 10th anniversary. And we thank God for blessing us with so much rain. This is a day we want to celebrate God for His faithfulness and provision for the last 10 years that we've been in existence. I personally would like to appreciate and honor my husband, Ken, and my 3 children who are with us here today, who have accorded me so much support. I also want to appreciate the Beacon of Hope staff who've worked faithfully, diligently to make Beacon of Hope what it is today. Also want to appreciate our beneficiaries and the community around us for just supporting us very, very faithfully. It would have been possible to serve in this community without the support of the local administration, and we want to just acknowledge the DC who was with us but had to rush. But the chiefs who are around, we want to appreciate you and acknowledge your support to us over the years. Ladies and gentlemen, we'd also want to appreciate Pastor Chris Dawson and his team from the US who've worked with us for the last 7 years. Thank you for taking time to just come and be with us today. Also, we want to appreciate the Shell Kenya team that have worked with us for a long time as well. 6 years almost? Yeah. Thank you, George, and your team for partnering with us and believing in our vision. We also want to appreciate the Gina Dean team, the Nation Group of Company and Gate Crew team, as well as Nairobi Chapel, who've been a part of this group that has made this day a success. Thank you all. Thank you for those who have actually come and those who've supported and worked with us, and I may have not named you. Thank you, and God bless you. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to share a short history of Beacon of Hope since it started in 2002. Our mission was to bring hope to women infected or affected by HIV and AIDS in poor communities by empowering them and equipping them to be able to meet their physical, spiritual, social, and economic needs, as well as family needs in a sustainable way. It first started as a small program in Ongatrongai within Quarry Slums. But over time, we were able to move our operations to a warehouse, which is just about a kilometer away. And as the numbers continued to increase in that place, because we had a kindergarten and we had a vocational training as well as a VCT, the clinic which we had then was actually a makeshift cupboard, and which was run by a volunteer nurse. And over time, the training at that time was with 25 women and about 15 children. And the numbers kept on increasing, and the need to look for a proper place became very evident. In 2007, we were able to acquire this property and relocated in 2008 to this particular site. That was a great jump for us, and since our programs grew extremely big, many lives have been transformed in this center. 10 years after opening our doors to the community, we are now a mature institution, I would say, that is providing a variety of services in areas of health, education, as well as economic empowerment. We work closely with women, children, and youth, and I guess you can attest the power of transformation as you watch the fashion show with the grannies, with the children, as well as the youth. I think you saw some empowered people, you saw transformed people, you saw people who are not discouraged, but you saw people who are looking forward to a future with hope and destiny. As we work with the women over the years, it's become apparent to us that when you work with the women, you serve the entire family as well as the community and the nation. And you may wonder, our mission talks about women. You saw so many children, you saw so many women. But that's a woman. When you work with a woman, she comes with an entire household. And the household has women, it has children, it has the youth. In education, the Humble Daycare that we started in 2003 with older children who are orphaned by HIV/AIDS benefiting from a medication program has blessed over 1,000 children directly and 2,500 orphaned and vulnerable children indirectly. The little healthcare that I talked about that started in a cupboard has benefited over 170,000 people directly from our healthcare program. This has been achieved through our medical clinic within the center, just up the road for those who had a tour. But we've also been having medical outreaches in other distant communities with limited access to healthcare facilities. Through our economic empowerment program, more than 1,750 women and a few men have acquired skills through our vocational training program as well as business training activity. Families have been transformed as well through our microcredit, because we're able to give loans, little loans, to the people we work with to be able to start a business. We're looking at working with people who are sustainable, people who are going to move from dependency and handouts mentality. And to a large extent, I can say we've been able to achieve that. We have seen people move from a state of hopelessness to being empowered and look into the future with confidence. Many of our beneficiaries have actually become employers, contributing positively to the GDP of this nation. We salute each of the women and men that have passed through our program, and we are honored to have played a part in being a part of their transformation process. As we celebrate 10 years of God's faithfulness, we want to see this center consolidated itself as a center of excellence, acting as a hub from which a model fully replicable throughout these counties in Kenya can take place. We also want this work that you're doing. I think you must have seen some booklets on your table. We want to see this work replicated not just in Rongai and other counties in Kenya, but we want to go beyond the borders. So in the next 10 years, that's our vision. When we come back 10 years from now, that is 20 years of Beacon of Hope, we'll not just be talking about Rongai, we'll be talking about many other counties and other parts of Kenya. When you see us here today, it's been achieved through commitment, cooperation, and many prayers. We've also firmly put our faith in God because we see ourselves as stewards of His plan for the community and beyond. During the journey, there's been times of joy, times of tears, of sorrow, and all through this, we have grown our faith and our character. We celebrate the 10 years of God's faithfulness, and we envision the future with excitement and anticipation. It's our desire for the next 10 years to see millions of lives transformed and empowered for His glory. The results of our presence in this community is in alignment with our economic as well as social pillars of Vision 2030. And we believe we are offering a practical example of how our national vision is being realized at the community level or at the grassroots level. Furthermore, our focus on changing behavior through a value-based worldview is indeed in tandem with the Vision 2030 focus on changing moral values to underpin the other pillars. Now, today, I know there are many of you who are captains of the industry, and I beg your indulgence. The business that you all represent, if you're in business, play an important role in this country. And in working with your organizations, sometimes CSR is seen as a token gesture that is not a part of your core business. But today, we want to challenge you to engage communities as part of your strategies. We want to challenge you to partner and support community-based organizations within your counties, wherever you're operating, and become agents of change and transformation that will reap the benefit of a transformed society that is empowered and sustainable. And you'll also enjoy a conducive environment in carrying out your business. It's very easy to put high fences, and more high fences, and more electric fences to protect your businesses, and even our homes as we live in them. But how about thinking about empowering the communities in which you live? At the end of the day, you'll have a safer environment, but at the end of the day, you'll also be giving back to society, and through your lives, you'll be glorifying God. For many friends and partners who have walked the journey with us, we want to say we appreciate you, because without your support, this would not have been possible. In the next 10 years, going forward, we would also want, apart from replicating Beacon of Hope, we want to procure a piece of land, about 50 acres, and we want to put up an educational center, because we've noticed that education is the real agent of change within our community. We have to deal with issues of poverty, we have to deal with issues of mind transformation, but even as we deal with the issues of HIV and AIDS, without educating our people and giving them quality education, transformation will never occur. And we can say we are witnesses of that as we've worked with our children here in the school. For me, it's been a great joy. Some of the children that we started working with today are in Standard 7, but some of them are doing an excellent work. We've seen some of the ones who have gone through our sponsorship program, and we have some who have finished university, and they are the ones who become the pillars of their families. So pray with us going forward to see that part of that vision realized, so that in the next 10 years, we'll not just be celebrating in Ongatrongai Beacon of Hope, but in another location where real change will be happening in a big way. Our vision is to see millions of lives transformed in Kenya, but also throughout Africa. In conclusion, I'd like to read you a quote that I read from Mother Teresa. It says, "I'm a little pencil in God's hands. He does the thinking, He does the writing, He does everything, and sometimes it is really hard because it's broken pencil, and He has to sharpen it a little more. Be a little instrument in His hands so that He can use each one of you here today, anytime. And all you have to say is to say yes to God, and thank you very much." If there's anything you've heard, I want you to remember that quote from Mother Teresa, that each one of us is a little pencil in God's hand. He does the thinking, He does the writing, He does everything, and sometimes it is really hard, because sometimes we don't want to think about the people who are around us and who may cause us to feel uncomfortable. But He does the writing, He does everything, and sometimes it's really, really hard because it's a broken pencil, and He has to sharpen it a little more. So I'd like to challenge you each to be a little instrument in His hands so that He can use you anytime, anywhere. And all we have to say is, "Yes, Lord, I am willing." God bless you all.
Thank you very much, Jane, for the wonderful speech, and we appreciate the wonderful work that you're doing with the women and the community in this area of Rongai. And what we want to do is want to continue with the celebration. The district commissioner left a little bit earlier, but we're going to have the area chief, the assistant chief, John, come and speak on his behalf.
Tuchukue nafasi hii kumshukuru Mungu kwa sababu ya ubali ambaye ametutoa mpaka akatufikisha pahali hapa. Kwanza nataka kupeana pole kwa sababu ya DC alikuwa akimbia mkutano mwingine kule Nakuru na ikambidi aondoke kigafra na akaenda. Kwa niaba yake na wakaaji wote wa Ongata Rongai, tunataka kushukuru pamoja na Beacons of Hope kwa huo muda wote ambaye wamekuwa akiendelea pahali hapa. Kusema ukweli, kuna wakati tulikuwa gizani na wakati walikuja basi mwangaza ukaonekana kwa wale ambaye ni wamama, wazee, kwa wale ambaye ni watoto yatima na wengine wengi ambaye wamefaidika kupitia Beacon of Hope. Tunamshukuru Mungu zaidi kwa sababu ya wageni wale watu wamefika pahali hapa, wageni kutoka nchi ya Kenya, wageni ambaye ni wa sehemu zingine sio Kajiado. Mujisikie mko huru katika hapa Ongata Rongai. Tuko na usalama wa kutosha, na mkiondoka hapa tembeeni Rongai, karibuni Rongai, mujisikie mkiwa huru. Kwa hivyo ninawashukuru nyinyi wote nikisema miaka hiyo 10 ambaye ubali huo Mungu ametutoa na kufikia hapa, Mungu ndiye Ebeneza. Asanteni.
Distinguished guests, the Assistant Chief, members of the board of Beacon of Hope, members of the community, my colleagues and friends from Kenya Shell, ladies and gentlemen, all protocols observed, as they say. When Jane sort of contacted and said, look, we're having a 10th anniversary celebration, few people coming, can you say a few words? I thought, yeah, no problem. I'm quite amazed to see such a throng of people out here today, but I'm not sure why it should be, because Jane, it sort of fits somehow. You do tend to achieve a lot more than we think we're able to achieve. And that was back in 2007, and you know, as you heard from Thierry Mwangi on the video there, we've been able to work now for the years since then with Beacon through the various projects that Jane comes to us with, and we can never keep up with the ideas either. There's always a new one coming along. But it's been a great experience for us and been a real opportunity, I think, to learn and to grow with the centre here. And so we've had that opportunity to participate and grow with the people. And for us, you know, Beacon of Hope represents the sort of program that is so fantastic to have the opportunity to work with. Because when we're looking for programs and we're looking for projects, we're talking about projects that are sustainable, projects that go just not a one-off, but keep going, look after themselves. And I mean, when you hear what Jane talked about in her words, and you see the video, you realize just how that is being put into action by Beacon of Hope. So again, Jane, you know, for us at Kenya Shell, it's an honor and a pleasure and a privilege to work with yourselves and the team here at Beacon of Hope. So Jane and the team here at Beacon of Hope, again, congratulations for 10 years. It's a tremendous achievement, what you've achieved in 10 years. what's quite frightening is what you're going to achieve in the next 10 years. And you teach us corporates a lot, because we get a lot back from you. And you probably don't realize that sometimes. And I heard you talk about, this is my vision, this is the way it is. I mean, that's just what companies are trying to do, is to take a vision and translate it into the reality. And you teach us actually how to do that. And you teach us about teamwork. And you teach us about motivation. So this is by no means a one-way partnership. You give back to us, I think, a lot more than we're able to give to you. And so again, thanks for doing that, because you give us the lessons and the help and the support that helps us not just in our relationship with you, but our relationship every day that we're working. So I firmly hope that the next 10 years brings you everything that you aspire for Beacon of Hope. I hope we're able to continue to play a small part in helping you do that. And actually, I hope we're able to help you to do that for a lot longer.
Next, I'd like to invite our other guest, Pastor Chris Dalton from Blackhawk Church in the US. He's a very, very busy pastor. He's been pastoring the church in Blackhawk, where we visited for the last 25 years. And he was last in Kenya to visit Beacon of Hope 5 years ago. But he was willing to take off time, 5 days, to just come and celebrate with us this function. So we are honored to have you, Pastor Chris. Welcome.